You affecting people's livelihood because people want to support a tweet. Are you serious? Is that what you call equal retribution? Because somebody supports a tweet, so that person deserves not to get paid. That person deserves not to be able to defend their or provide for their family. Is that the equal pay?
Game to win. Game hard.
What's going on, y'all? Blue Falcon here, coming to you with another video. So I've been hearing a lot of news about this Hogwarts thing, Hogwarts Legacy, and it's just crazy to me because there's a lot of backlash, and let me just kind of show it to you guys right here. There's been a lot of backlash surrounding the game, and I really do not know why. Actually, I do know why. So apparently, J.K. Rowling, or Rowling, however you pronounce her name, she's been getting a lot of controversy. Obviously, she's the author of the world that is Harry Potter. And, typically I wouldn't even care. I actually do not care. Even when I first heard about this situation, I did not care at all. I was never really someone that even was interested in the Harry Potter universe. I saw a couple of movies when I was younger, and I just didn't get into it. I'm not all into the whole wizardry and all this other magical fairy tale nonsense. Now, again, this is my opinion, right? Now, I do know there's a huge fan base, but now here's where it gets interesting, because apparently the people are trying to boycott the game. Now, you're looking at this game behind me, and you can see like this is actually from just a purely video game standpoint. This actually looks like a phenomenal game. I actually do not understand why anybody would have issues with the game just from a purely video game standpoint. But people want to boycott it because of J.K. Rowling and her apparently transphobic her seemingly transphobic remarks in times past. Now, I do want to actually show you guys something here, all right? Because hopefully it may shed some light on the situation. All right, so as you can see behind me, I'm on the website Glamour, all right? And again, this I really couldn't care less, but this is the interesting part about it, all right? So here you can kind of see a complete breakdown of J.K. Rowling's transgender comments controversy. All right, so J.K. Rowling, excuse me for that. J.K. Rowling has been at the center of transphobia accusations for many years in a timeline that began with the liking of a tweet that seemingly criticized the transgender rights movement to lengthy personal blogs on gender and feminism. The Harry Potter author, beloved by many for creating the world of Hogwarts and more, and responsible for countless quotable lines, has faced considerable backlash for her comments, including from cast members of both the Harry Potter and Fantastic Beasts film franchise. Now, if you scroll down, it said, how did the J.K. Rowling controversy start? There have been reports about J.K. Rowling's opinion on gender dating back to 2017 and 2018, when she liked tweets that criticized the transgender movement and made derogatory comments about trans women, which she claimed in a statement and a later blog had been a mistake. Okay, so that usually happens. You know what I'm saying? Usually somebody has a particular belief, and because there's so much backlash from the media and from the critics at large, they tend to retract on their statements. This usually happens because people are just afraid of being canceled, and I get it. I get it from the standpoint that I understand how it feels when there's a pressure. I've actually released a video recently how TikTok banned me just for speaking the truth. Right now, to each their own. Some people may not believe it's the truth, but I believe it's the truth, and I believe that's exactly why they canceled me, right? Because they do not want the truth. Some people might say, "Oh, it's bigotry," or misogynistic, and all this other terms that they try to throw at you just to get you to capitulate and bend to the terms of societal norms. But as for me, I'm personally going to stand on my beliefs. With that being said, I've seen so many people, the likes of Kyrie, the likes of Kevin Hart, the likes of many other people, and J.K. Rowling seems like she's no different. She probably meant exactly what she meant, right? She agreed exactly to that tweet and post for a reason, right? And now she wants to retract because, the backlash. But let's actually continue on. So she claimed it was a mistake. In 2019, she publicly defended a British researcher named Maya Forstater, who hadn't had a job contract renewed because of her transphobic comments on social media. Okay, this is what she says. Dress however you please. Call yourself whatever you like. Sleep with any consenting adult who will have you. Live your best life in peace and security. But force women out of their jobs for stating that sex is real. The author tweeted, adding the hashtags hashtag I stand with Maya and hashtag this is not a drill. All right, so this is where it gets interesting, guys, because essentially this is why people are boycotting the game, because she's viewed as transphobic, and it's so crazy to me. And this is the reason why this is interesting to me, because as I've said earlier in the video, I actually don't give two shits about the world of Hogwarts, and I don't care two shits about Harry Potter as a whole. I really don't. However, I can respect anybody who's actually standing against the the transgender agenda. And I actually agree with that post. I mean, as an adult, you can do whatever you like, all right? You can do whatever you like. I'm not God. I'm not here to put you in a heaven or hell. I'm not here to do any of that. You could do whatever you like. What's so wrong about me saying that? You could do whatever you like. But please don't try to force your lifestyle upon me. And on top of that, you see, this is what's so crazy. The left always try to claim that, people are insensitive and what have you. So what in the world happened to being sensitive to people who are actually, of a different mindset than you? I mean, after all, didn't you criticize these people? Didn't you? I mean, we are discriminatory towards your lifestyle. That's what they would claim. That's what they would like you to believe. Now you are perpetuating the same type of hate that you so-called are claiming that people have against you on people for having their own beliefs. If they don't want to support the LGBT, that is their right. But don't now, go into their pockets and affect how they provide for their family. And this is what's so crazy, because the people who are of the mindset that they should boycott this game is utterly ridiculous to me on so many levels. Because again, J.K. Rowling, she might have a particular belief, but do you know how many people behind the scenes is working on this game? People who probably don't even share the same sentiment as she does. You get what I'm saying? I mean, J.K. Rowling, she's going to get her money regardless. And she's not a game developer, guys. She's not a game developer. I mean, they had to pay her, obviously. She probably already got her money just for the rights of using her license, which is Harry Potter. They already done paid her already. She probably already went to the bank. And now These whoever is the developers of this game, they got to do what they got to do behind the scenes. She's not in the everyday operations of this game. And look at the game for yourselves. Can you not see that clearly they put a lot of work into this game? People who put a lot of blood, sweat, and tears in designing these games. These games, by the way, it takes years to develop, you guys. It takes years to develop these games. I mean, I think the average for these games nowadays is about almost 5 to 10 years now just to make one game. So here are people who've been working, people who've been potentially working for 5, 10 years on just a video game so that they could provide for their family. And now here you are trying to boycott them. It's actually quite nonsensical, and I just do not get it, just to be quite honest with you. But here's the other hypocrisy that I see behind this whole boycott situation, which is that you have companies like Activision who apparently they've had allegations of sexual harassment from the managerial side on women. You get what I'm saying? They were not paying them equal pay for the same amount of work. I mean, they've had a bunch of atrocities, but yet Call of Duty was selling out. Call of Duty didn't miss their quota at all. They made the same amount of money, if not even more money this year, and it just shows you that the wheels just keep on spinning, right? So people were talking all this nonsense about boycotting Activision and Call of Duty. Man, they didn't do none of that shit. They didn't do any of it. So now here you are again trying to boycott this game. And this is one thing you have to understand. All publicity is good publicity. You get what I'm saying? I mean, even myself, I didn't care anything about this game. I didn't care anything about J.K. Rowling or Hogwarts or Harry Potter. I didn't care about any of it. But just because I kept hearing about it over and over, this so-called, controversy about this game, it forced me to look into it. And because I'm looking into it, I'm realizing like, damn, from just a pure video game standpoint, this is actually a good looking game. I mean, I could see why people would want to buy it. And speaking of people buying it, do you know that on Steam, it's actually the number one selling game right now? It's the number one selling game, outbeating Call of Duty. So there goes for your boycott, guys. You get what I'm saying? So all this talk about not supporting the game, I mean, you're not doing a good job because, again, this game it doesn't look like it's going to be, the bad publicity doesn't seem like it's going to be hurting the sales of this game at all. But, yeah, I don't want to ramble too long. I just wanted to put my 2 cents in. I do believe there's a lot of hypocrisy behind, what we choose to boycott and what we don't choose to boycott. And I think we lack some real education when it comes to the fact of who's actually behind these games, and not only who's behind these games, but I think we not realizing that there are many innocent people behind the scenes that don't even share the same sentiments of J.K. Rowling. But yet when you boycott the game, you're not affecting J.K. Rowling. She already got her pay. She already got her paper, her bread. She already got her stacks. You know what I'm saying? She's going home to the bank. You're not affecting her pocket. You're not affecting her bottom line. You're affecting these innocent people who probably don't share the same sentiments as her. Those are the people whose lives you're affecting with this boycott. So no, and just as a pure, I mean, we live in the United States of America, right? Last time I checked. And if you're not watching it from America, that's not to exclude you. But the point that I'm really trying to say is that at the end of the day, as a consumer and in the spirit of capitalism, but just as a consumer as a whole, you work hard for your money. In theory, you can do whatever the hell you want with your money. The same way the people in the LGBT community, you could do whatever you like. If you want to sleep with whoever you want to sleep with, go ahead and do that. Nobody is stopping you. But again, do not come up here and try to affect people's livelihood. That's fundamentally what is the issue here. You affecting people's livelihood because people want to support a tweet. Are you serious? Is that what you call equal retribution? Because somebody supports a tweet, so that person deserves not to get paid. That person deserves not to be able to defend their or provide for their family. Is that the equal pay? That is utterly crazy to me, guys. And if you think that makes sense, something is seriously wrong with you. I personally, again, I won't be buying it, but not because I have anything against J.K. Rowling. If anything, me doing this research actually made me have more respect for J.K. Rowling. If I had to be quite honest, because I actually share the same sentiment. But I'm not gonna buy this game because, again, I don't care about wizardry or magic or anything of that sort. So I won't be supporting it. But I do not hope that this game does bad because of her alleged statements against the trans community. Anyway, guys, if you like videos like this, please like, subscribe, comment down below, because it does help the channel out a lot. And I would love to hear from you guys in the comments whether or not you agree or disagree. Please put it down in the comments. With that being said, Blue Falcon over and out.
Game to win. Game hard.